Welcome to the after show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Puck Nation, episode number 21. How's it going, boys?
What is up?
What is up?
Mike, you're back.
You're back in one piece.
Yeah, that's
What
what,
happened,
they tell
bro?
me.
What happened? Cleveland? How's Cleveland?
Cleveland,
Yeah?
I don't know if it rocks so much.
It doesn't rock, eh?
Wow, it's okay.
Did you get fucking anal probe?
Yeah, they found a Cheeto from grade 8.
That's fucking
It was
beautiful.
fucking
I love
nice. I was like, oh, that's that tickle.
Dude, what
I
the
was like-
fuck? What happened? How come you got held over? What happened?
You want to know the truth, honestly?
Yeah, what happened?
It wasn't even in Cleveland. It was in Toronto, the problem.
Well, no kidding.
Oh,
Okay.
shocking.
Fake.
The Leafs.
You know what happened?
What up, the Leafs try to
No,
fucking...
fucking Austin Matthews delayed planes.
Yeah,
no,
okay.
yeah.
His
'cause-
mustache.
No, because Mitch Marner kept missing the runway.
Yeah.
No,
That's fucking true. Yeah.
No, actually, what happened is a plane landed at the Toronto airport.
Okay.
And I was going through Toronto to come back, basically.
Okay.
And they opened the wrong door.
What?
And so, as a result,
What do you mean they opened the wrong door?
the airport at the gate, they opened the wrong door.
And the people just...
The people they were supposed to go through customs,
Oh,
they
no.
just went in.
Bro, wow.
And
no.
so they had to do a lockdown of the airport
To find these people.
to find these people. So I'm sitting there
Oh
in
my
Cleveland, like,
Well, hold on. How long
Like-
after was this about? Like,
What?
was it right
I-
away? Did they catch on to this, or was it like 2 hours later? Where
I don't know, fucking
the
know.
guys already in?
yeah, I don't know.
Where?
So anyway, all I know is I sat in the Cleveland airport for 5 hours.
Jesus.
I counted the tiles. There was a lot.
Yeah, a lot of tiles.
A lot of tiles. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Well,
It's okay though. I had Chick-fil-A and fucking
On the arm?
Shake Shack.
On the arm?
Yeah, of course.
Hey,
Yeah.
free ads, bro.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, so welcome back. Well, I'm glad you're back. Glad you're safe. So today on episode number 21, we have a little surprise. We have two guests. We have two of my dearest friends. We have my friend Gabriel Arish. He's from Florida, and he's a dear friend of mine. And he's got some other stuff happening. We're going to talk about that. And we have... I know people that have been listening to us before. You've heard me mention his name, Pasky. He's my dear friend, Pasky, who's a big Bruins fan. And we're going to talk Bruins, and we're going to talk what's going on with the Oilers, like usual. We're going to talk about what's going on in Quebec City. And before I bring him on, I'm going to tell you what we're going to talk about. The most serious subject of them all, right? Is that thing that happened with Adam...
Petgrave.
No, that's Matt Petgrave. I'm talking about...
Adam Johnson.
Johnson, that's right. Okay. So, welcome, please, Gabby and Pasky. Guys, what's up? You guys okay?
Hey man.
Hey, what's up? What's up,
going
guys?
on?
Good to see you, man. Everybody good?
Fantastic. It's a little hot.
Very good.
A little
Pasky, your
hot.
fucking hat is dirty.
Yeah.
Fair.
Wash it, bro. Wash it. Wash it. What
What are the colors?
Look,
He just
he's
bought it
still
for
got a
the show.
fucking sticker on it. I
I
think
know,
he bought it this
I
I
morning.
think he's
have
going to
right
return it
now.
after the show.
With
he
the
rented
record
it.
we have right now, I don't think this has.
I know. I should just shut the fuck up. Pasky, you know what? We're going to talk about that later because I have to admit, look, Gabby, I'm raising my hand. I have to admit, I was the first one to say I don't think that we're going to make it this year. You know what? Let's start there. Let's start there because okay, let's start there. Fuck it. You know what, Pasky? I was the first one to say they're not going to do it. Not with fucking Morgan Geeky. Not with what's his name? The guy from
Pavel
That guy that
Zacha.
we said, who the fuck is that?
Zaka.
Charlie
Zaka.
Coyle.
Exactly. Okay, so explain something to me. You're the Bruins guy. What the fuck? How?
Mimmo, I was right behind you. I honestly, after losing Bergeron and Krejci, two iconic centers in the league, like it doesn't. It honestly, what's happening right now with Boston doesn't even make sense. To me, it's a,
Like,
it's
what
a
do you
complete shock.
attribute to it? Is it the unity? Is it because they're all saying, one for
Honestly-
all for one? Like, what the fuck?
Look, okay, original six. You want to talk about original six, the team. You talk about hockey culture. Is it because we got a coaching change? I don't think so, because so many other teams get coaches changing and doesn't work out
shit
or whatever
happens,
the case is. Yeah, but I guess in our case, I don't know what happened. I think it's mostly like, Zdeno Chara as a captain, Bergeron as a captain. They created something in the room that whether you're a rookie, whether you're someone who's been there forever, you walk into that room, it's something special.
I see Gabby
I-
shaking his head. Gab, we're the two Leaf fans here, and, we've been waiting for a fucking long time, And I'm telling you, brother, that's something we do not have in Toronto. I'm telling you.
And it makes
he's
a
right.
difference. Of course he's right.
Of course it makes it. Look, we've all been in dressing rooms, man. You know what it's like. When there's one guy in the corner that's fucking moping or whatever. Dude, you're out there spitting blood to score a goal, and then he's out there just going through the fucking motions, which is what I think is happening in Toronto. And I think he's right, Gab. What do you think?
I agree 100%. It's a mindset thing too. I feel like these guys learned how to win, and even the new guys coming in kind of just it's almost like a drug, right? It just everybody gets addicted to it, and then they just keep playing well and
It's
playing
like
for
it's
each
a
other and winning.
prerequisite. Yeah.
But it's a mindset thing. It's like they've been winning and they're like, we can do this. There's also the chip on my shoulder where everybody probably thought that they would be out, and they probably read the
You know what? I didn't
headlines. They
think of
kind of brought that. Something that, again, if we're gonna go back to the Leafs, I feel like they don't do enough. It's as if that, they're just showing up, collecting their paychecks, and going home, and they don't
Yeah.
care because they know they're gonna get paid.
Yeah, I really
And
feel
it's
that
sad to
that's
say, but
exactly what we're missing.
100%.
in Toronto,
and
man.
I think, as much as we hate him when he's on the other team, we talk about this all the time, but Brad Marchand seems to have also, he seems to have what it takes to be a captain. I mean, he's definitely,
I
if
even
they
shit on
didn't want
that.
him, if they didn't want him to be the captain, it would have shown in their play.
Yeah, I even shit on that. Pasky, you remember my previous, I said, this guy has problems with the referees. He's got problems with everyone all over the league. But that's Brad Marchand.
But look what he
Right?
did, or he
But he-
didn't do when he got hit. Like, remember who hit him just recently? That was,
Darlene, just
Darlene,
a couple days ago,
Darlene.
right?
Darlene. No,
But
it
you see
wasn't
what
a
happened?
dirty hit, but he
The
got
whole
up.
fucking team went to defend him.
Yes, but
Fucking
him,
Bill
who would be the
Cousins.
first guy in there, he'd be the first guy in there. He
Yeah,
stepped away. He just took it and moved, which
It's
is
crazy when you have
that's a
guys like
captain move.
Pasternak
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
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 You know,
Well, look, that just attributes to the culture, right? I
Yes.
mean, our captain goes down, no matter who's on the ice. The first
Doesn't
two
matter.
steps in,
Go
back
and
up-
defend
back
him.
up away and
Absolutely.
back.
I blame Luch.
You know, IR.
Was he? Is he still out? Is he out?
Yeah, IR.
Oh man.
He's, I don't know exactly what injury, but he's
His
dealing
nose.
with something right
It's
now.
I can't
I think
play.
it's a
injury.
I
Upper
can't
body
play.
injury.
I think it's a schnauzer.
Yeah.
I can't play injury.
You got to attribute some of the success though to Jimmy Montgomery, man. Come on.
yeah.
Hey man, you know
That's
what?
why I said, the coach makes a difference. But like, we did the same thing when we had Bruce Cassidy, and we did the same thing when we had what's his name?
You're right, man.
With all our last coaches. I mean,
You're right.
we won a cup with what's his name?
With the old man.
the Frenchman. Yeah,
Yeah,
So
the
it's
old
like
man. Julien, right? Is that his name,
I
Julien?
Claude Julien.
Claude Julien.
Claude Julien. So again, you wanna say it's the coach. Perfect. We had a great season last year. So far, so good. I don't think it's gonna last all season. It can't,
Pascal,
physically, it
Doesn't
can't last.
matter.
It's
can't-
lasting, man. They're doing really well. They're
You've
doing,
collected
Okay.
enough points. Like you've collected
We got
enough
a bit
points.
lucky
Yeah.
too. We got a bit lucky too. Look,
Yeah.
we have that kid, Mac. His name,
Poitras.
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 Matt Poitras. So look, this
Those
kid
are
came
those
out
are
of
nice
nowhere.
surprises, man.
Dude, it's the
Second
goal.
round
Look at the
draft
goaltending.
pick.
I was just gonna say that. Pasky, is that why maybe you're not trading one of the goalies?
I don't know.
Like, why fix if it ain't broke kind of thing? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess. And you know
Why
what?
mess
You
with
wanna
the
look at-
chemistry?
Yeah, you want to look at the chemistry, but also look at what Minnesota last year. They had the 1-2 going all year, 1-2,
Yeah.
led them into the playoffs. As soon as they changed it, bang, they lost.
That's it. Dead.
So, like, maybe that was another thing that they said, let's keep our back end tight. We have the least goals against in the league. It
know.
says something to our,
It's
our
honest to
defense
God,
for
man.
me.
It's fucking mind-boggling.
I know.
I said it from day one from our first podcast. I remember we said, who's going to be in? Who do you think is going to be in? Who do you think is going to be out? I said, there's no way. There's no way they're going to make it in.
I know.
Not with Bergeron out and fucking Krejci out and these kids taking their
Taylor
place.
Hall out.
Taylor Hall,
Orlov
Orlov out. Hathaway out.
Bertuzzi.
Bertuzzi
They
out.
lost a lot.
Fuck, they lost half their team and now look
Well,
at them.
look, to give credit, Bertuzzi, all those late addition.
They were only there for 13 games. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get it,
they
I
didn't
get
do
it, I get
much,
it.
whatever. But Orlov was a big help too. He had a fantastic year. But again, we got lucky in the back end. We signed that kid Mason Lorai,
Yeah.
fantastic
Yeah.
defenseman. I don't know if you guys saw him play number 6.
Yeah.
The kid is honestly, and these are all second round.
But is he a product of the other defensemen? Like if you would have put him on the Leafs, that guy, would he have been good? Would he have looked like
think so.
Justin Hall? Well, Justin
I
Hall of
think
last
so.
year.
Justin Hall.
Yeah.
You had, I swear, Jesus Christ, I can't get away from this fucking rat.
There we go.
I can't. I just can't.
Was
I
he
can't.
like plus 100 right now?
I think he should. I think he should go
fucking Klingberg.
IR and call it just call it a year because he can get a nice contract with that plus 100.
Yeah.
Oh my! And you see with Klingberg now he took his number.
Yeah.
And now he's the fucking mush.
But he's on IR at least, or didn't they sit him out?
Whatever.
Or
They should
something?
put him in fucking OR. Whatever.
It's a +7, by the way.
Yeah,
Justin
whatever.
Pashke, if you guys ever want to get rid of one of those goalies, we're looking.
Well, Mike's an Edmonton fan, right, Pascal?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I know.
You know what?
I've heard the
Kane
podcast.
saved you yesterday.
You know what, guys? It brings me to another point. We actually discussed this a couple of times ago. What do you think of goalies carrying the 3 goalies? Like Montreal's doing, like St. Louis is doing, like Detroit is doing. What do you think of that?
I think it's unnecessary. You get
You have
your 2.
three?
You get. Yeah. I mean, as a third goalie, you're gonna be there for practice. give him game time in AHL. Go down, get some experience, get some playing
No, but
time.
I mean,
I think it depends.
they can send him up and down if they want,
Yeah,
and it
but
wouldn't
it-
cost them. You have to go through waivers and that whole bullshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it depends, Mimo, too.
because it takes a
You know,
roster spot.
Well, it's that, but it's also how close are they? Like Toronto's affiliate is in Toronto, Montreal's
that's
in
right.
Montreal.
The
but
guys
some
are-
affiliates are like across the freaking country.
Yeah,
sometimes.
yeah.
So
You're right. You're right.
it really depends, and so maybe you hold 3 when you're traveling if you don't want to have that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
or how about
and-
not making them go through the waiver wire again?
But
You know what
that
I mean?
would be a change of rules, right? So
Yeah, and they won't. They
They
won't.
don't like that.
yeah, no,
Because that would be a roster spot too, right?
no, because it would
But
be
that-
making an intelligent move, and the NHL is not really known for that.
No, they're not. Damn right.
Amen. What were you saying, Mike?
I was gonna say that's why Montreal's carrying Primo,
Because they're going to lose
because
him.
if they put him through
You don't
waivers, he
think-
gets grabbed.
You don't think
For
Tampa
sure.
Bay is going to grab him right away?
Of course.
Are you kidding
Yeah.
me?
Of course.
Or Edmonton.
Or Edmonton? Yeah, but I'm saying.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? That's another thing. I was making fun of Tampa Bay with that. What's his name? Johansson kid?
Yeah, he's
What the fuck is this kid?
Yeah.
And, mind you, now they're on a little bit of a slump, but whatever.
Isn't he like 30 years old? That guy.
Yeah, it's like 27 or something, and it's his first
yeah.
time that he
But
plays.
look at the defense in front of him. I mean,
Yeah, I
it's,
know, man. I know. Gabi. It's disgusting, isn't it? We're the Leaf
and they
fans on this
take
fucking-
it for granted. You know what I mean?
I know, man. And
Dude,
we're
you're
dying.
there. You're in the market there.
You know what? Listen, yeah, Gab, you see it, right? You go watch the Florida play all the
Oh my
time.
God, they're
and you
so
see,
good.
really, yeah.
They're so good. They have injuries, but that Ekman Larson, man,
What a player.
unbelievable! What a player!
Full
And
stadium
it's
every
like-
time?
Yeah, full stadium at the pretzel stand.
Yeah.
But but it's more full than you'd expect. And guys, you know what? While we're on the topic, because you guys
Go
do
ahead.
shit on Florida a lot, you should really come down here and see what happens in the arenas at the youth level, because you would be mind blown. This in
They're
5
known
years,
for that.
5 years from now, you guys, the Canada is going to be nowhere in hockey compared to the U.S.
been
It's
talking
You know
just
what?
gonna-
Mike's been saying that. Mike's been fucking
it's gonna
preaching that
it
for
is
years.
man, you should see with these kids the way they practice. And you know what, there's a lot of
Man,
ex-pro hockey players
right.
that are in the rinks next to us, like Dvorak, the not the one that's still playing, his father, he's
Radek.
coaching right here at the Boca Ice rink. I can go take lessons from him. But
Wow.
See what I'm saying?
so there's a bunch of these guys that are coaching here.
And
And
Mike was saying that a couple of episodes ago. You're right.
Yeah. I blame Hockey Canada big time.
Well,
Like not for
Oh.
anything like
There's
their
a lot to
system.
blame.
And what's ended up happening is they're pussifying it in so many ways,
Exactly.
taking the Canadian
Yeah,
game
yeah.
out of it in so many ways.
well, South
And what's
Park said
happening
it,
is
blame Canada.
exactly right.
but then how do you explain last year, Mike?
Trudeau.
But hang on, I'm getting there. Hold
Yeah.
on. So the U.S. system is basically doing what Canada used to do.
Yes.
Except with money.
Yeah.
Which is what we don't have up here.
Well, that's
right?
because they're too busy paying off fucking bribes.
But look at all the new
That's-
young
yeah.
stars: the Hughes brothers, Cole Caulfield,
Yeah, yeah.
Trevor Zegras,
Yeah, all of them. Matthews. I know all of them.
Matthews.
Yeah.
They're all American, man. Pastor, like they're all American.
No, Pasternak's not.
Pasternak,
not
no, not Pasternak. That's why I cut it off. Sorry.
He wishes he was American.
But I'm just saying, there's so
Yeah.
many of the new young guns are American.
Yeah.
Now. And the Canadian, you have Bedard and a few guys, but you don't have a ton.
Okay, so how do you explain last year? 17 of the 22 guys were Canadian.
Yeah, but a lot of them are veterans.
Veterans.
They're old. They're old. I mean, who's
Yeah.
under
that's
25 on that team? That's
In
French
Vegas.
or that's Canadian.
The new
Right.
the new Hockey Canada is balls.
You know
bro.
what? That's because
But-
all the bullshit that they're in. Go ahead.
But that's been going on for a while. Even when, like, I don't know about you, Gab, and you, Mimmo, but growing up, we as Canadians were always behind. We would go play teams in the States, and we would used to get
Yeah,
ruined,
man.
completely demolished.
Absolutely.
Like,
But that's
There-
at a micro level, right? That's the thing. But when you take the
But
best
isn't that
of
where
the
it starts,
best-
Gab? It starts in the
I
grassroots.
know,
Start.
but why did we like Canada win all these years moving on?
I think it was
Because-
just pure luck. You get guys like Crosby and McDavid in your team.
But that's what
how
I'm
can you
saying.
lose?
That's
How
what
can
I'm
you
saying.
lose?
I agree, but that's what I mean. Is at a micro level, you're right. We were always dominated. I mean, but it's also, guys. They have what it's a 10-1 population, right? But
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's more population in California than there is in Canada. Just
Canada,
that's one
right.
state.
Of course.
Then there's guys like you. They leave and they go live over there.
That's right.
Or it's
That's
like
right.
my girlfriend who comes from there to come here. Yeah, exactly.
And then
makes
but
no sense.
it's the guys that go here and they invest in their kids to play hockey as well. But
Yeah.
just to go back to the money factor, because
Yeah.
I don't agree with this. Canada has a lot of money. It's the way they decide to spend it that's a problem.
Yeah, that's what
Oh,
I mean.
look at that.
Because
Yeah, look at
Too busy
Yeah.
saving fucking bribes and
Huh?
and
I
hiding.
guess if you want to
Oh,
use you want to
man.
use the word segue here, you might as well. But
Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Okay, because
know you
I
like
have
the
it on the
word.
list. this shit with fucking Quebec City. So for the people that don't know, the people that are watching us, okay, so we just heard that
Bunch of clowns.
Yeah, the Quebec government is giving, and I'm going to say this correctly, $7 million. You heard me correct. $7 million.
Canadian or U.S.?
Probably U.S.
Okay, yeah, it's NHL. It's probably U.S. Okay, and they're getting the Los Angeles Kings to come down to Quebec City to have an exhibition game.
2 exhibition
I'll be
games.
there.
Okay,
I'll
but
be
hold
there.
on, you're gonna go.
Yeah, they're playing the Bruins.
They're playing the Bruins. It's true. It's true. You're probably getting a new hat. Yeah, but
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
but the Canadians apparently said we'll come up for like nothing, for free. And they said no. And now I know that it's gonna sound mean. It's gonna sound fucking awful, whatever. But it's obviously because of the Bergerons there, right? Bergevin, excuse me. Bergevin's there, and Luc Robitaille is the GM there, right? And they have Pierre-Luc Dubois, and they have Dano, and right. That's what it is.
Oh, that's part of
makes a
it. But the other thing is most Quebec City people hate the Canadians. I mean, some jumped on the bandwagon, but they
All
had
the
a
more
team.
reason why you should get them out there
Watch them lose.
and cause a
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you could look at it that way. But
Yanni.
did they want to cause a commotion, or did they want to get just to see if people would watch hockey? Right?
I don't know, man. I think
You're
you
a
usually
fucking
want to
Habs fan.
buy tickets, you know. If you want to
yeah,
fill
but
up the stadium.
But they don't even fill it up at the Bell Center.
I know.
I think it's more just for them to try to bring hockey back to Quebec, right?
It's not gonna happen, Pascal. They
They're
can't
going
hold it.
about it. They're going about it the wrong way. They build the stadium. They have the Videotron Center.
Videos.
Yeah.
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 They
And
did it the
you know what?
Quebec way. They did it the Quebec way.
No. Yeah, exactly. They're-
They won't be able to hold it,
All
guys.
upside down.
But
Yeah, backwards.
But my question is, why the LA Kings? Right, that's where it comes.
Because
in.
of- because
that's
what I just
you're
said.
saying. It could have been the Bruins. It could have been the Rangers. It could have been anybody else.
But the Rangers only have Lafreniere.
No, but,
Okay, but-
that's what I'm saying. It
Not
has
enough.
to be that.
Yes.
It
Okay,
has
but
to
let's-
be.
Gotta be
ask a
that.
different
And you
question.
could say that we're mean and we're this or we're no. The truth is the truth. It's out there. It's right there. It's right in front of
Yeah,
us.
but why are you paying the LA Kings if the Bruins are going to be there too? Like, I don't get why they're saying that they paid to get the LA Kings. Like, who else is playing in the
it's
second game?
Yeah, well,
It's their home game?
Yeah, the LA Kings are home, and it's their last 2 games of their training camp. So
That's it,
whoever
it's
they had to
exhibition games.
schedule
Okay,
against,
so,
yeah.
so you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because in LA, nobody watches exhibition games. In Montreal,
That's right.
people will still go pay for the ticket. That's
It's
why
full.
they brought LA.
Gabby, it's full. I
That's why.
went with Ant. I'm going to mention
That's what
Anthony
I'm saying.
Cornetti.
So why
and
would
it's
they
almost
give
full.
that
Up at
up?
the bars,
Why-
it's full. It's
So
full.
why would they give that up if they could double dip? Montreal could stay here and make their money, and LA
And they
could
can
now
still
cash
make a
in.
killing over there.
And Quebec
That's
will probably
true.
take 50%.
That's right.
There's always a financial reason that makes
Absolutely.
sense.
It's always about the fucking
But in
Benjamins, right?
LA, come on, it's during exhibition season they still have other sports going on. No, aren't they?
Absolutely.
Don't they have like baseball teams over there that play?
Dodgers, yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, but
and
I mean,
it's
you could've
almost
even
playoff
went-
run too, right? Like at that
And
point.
it's the beginning of football season.
Yeah, it's
Boots,
the beginning
yeah.
of football. Exactly. What were we saying,
So-
Mike?
Yeah, but it could have even been a weaker market, or it could have been Florida Panthers, or it could have been the Carolina Hurricanes, or it could have, you know what I mean? Arizona, all kinds
Yeah.
of teams that don't sell tickets.
Arizona.
But
Arizona's
that-
playing on Tuesday nights at the Garon, right? Right, Pascal? With us.
There's a language element at play. It has to be.
Of course.
It has
Also
to be.
bringing Hollywood to Quebec.
They'll deny it all the fuck they want, but that's exactly why they're doing
Yeah.
it. I don't care
Yeah.
what anybody says.
Like every
It has
other
to be.
every other thing the government does here. I don't want to get into politics, but it's always language based in Quebec.
Of
It's
course,
always
of
the same
course.
story.
And like I said, you can shit on us, you can say whatever you want. Oh, you know that. No. Listen, the truth is the truth. I'm 55 years old. 50,
But what
whatever.
difference does it make really at the end of the day? Because even if it is the language issue,
Yeah.
Let's say they brought the Panthers, or let's say they brought
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
the Carolina Hurricanes, like Mike was mentioning, we still would have fucking shot on them for spending that money to bring a hockey team in when they're
The
not
7
spending
million?
it,
For
when they're
sure,
not spending
for
it
sure.
on
Yes.
healthcare, when they're not
That's
spending
right.
it on
Absolutely.
on teachers. Like it's
Absolutely.
You know, the
And
French
considering
thing
the
is just
Canadians
if
offered
it's
to go for
true.
free.
Yeah, well, like I mean, exactly, but at the end of the day,
No, you're right,
it
Gab,
doesn't
you're right,
matter.
you're right.
We
You're
would
right.
complain either way. That's like I think that's a Quebec thing.
Yeah,
too.
I guess. Yeah.
And I mean, that's the nature of this podcast too. You got to critique, or else you don't have a show.
Well,
but-
yeah. Listen, you know, when it's controversy, I know
Yeah.
you guys know because I've told you 100 times. The reason we like doing this is because remember, guys, when we watch games together, this is what we talk about. We have a beer and we talk about. So that's the whole thing.
Sometimes
about it,
we spoke a different language, but he's not here.
Oh, Anthony, you know what? We should get Anthony on, but Anthony's he's got like two
He
left
can
hands and
explain,
fucking
he
three
can
right
explain
feet.
the differences between all the different hot dogs, you know. Hey, yo, see,
Oh my god!
What a
Oh,
champ.
this kid, you don't understand, man.
Love him.
If anybody can fucking challenge Phil Kessel on a hot dog eating contest,
This kid.
it's
Yeah,
my bet.
yeah,
Oh, you
Anthony.
don't have no idea.
Oh yeah.
You have no idea.
What was it?
And-
The 3 hot dogs in 10
he can
seconds?
challenge everyone but Joey Chestnut, and maybe at that
Yeah,
point,
and you know what? He'd probably give him a fucking run for his money.
I would agree.
Dude, he's not. Whatever. Anthony, we love you, brother. We do. We really do. We love you.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, listen. Just to jump onto something else because I really want to get back to the Adam Johnson thing. I was listening and I was reading a couple things on Twitter with the Edmonton Oilers, Mike, which is your team. Okay, I know it sounds like we always repeat the same things, but it's because they're always in the fucking news. Okay.
It's my fault.
Now, sorry.
It's my fault because I drafted McDavid first overall. I'm
You
the
see,
mush,
Pasky, it
that's
is you, man.
So
It
did
is
I.
you. So
Do
did
me a
Mike,
favor
okay?
and never draft Austin Matthews, please. Never draft him.
Yeah,
I was close. I was close.
Thank God.
Explain something to me, okay? Now they say, okay, so they got in the offseason they got Connor Brown, okay, who's an ex teammate
Leaf.
of Connor McDavid, right? Okay, they just got Chris Knobloch as the new coach, who's his ex coach, right? And they got Jeff Jackson, who's his ex agent. Okay, but I checked in the mirror and I checked. It doesn't say idiot here, but Connor McDavid has nothing to do with it. Who the fuck are you kidding? Who the fuck are you kidding?
Evidently, he doesn't know any goalies.
That's
No,
it.
he doesn't know the fucking goalies.
Maybe his
Dude.
sister will be the GM next year. Who knows?
And wait, guys, the best one of them all. Here's the fucking creme de la creme, the topper. They got Paul Coffey, who is the what do you call it? The
Hawk
Advisor.
operations.
the advisor to the owner behind the bench. Okay? So now this guy's telling defensemen to get on and off the ice. So basically, Kenny Holland is a 0, correct? Right? If you have the advisor on the bench, Kenny, I want to make a trade. No, what you want to do is shut up and go get coffee. That's what you want to do.
No pun intended.
No, really? Because coffee, yeah, really.
There you go.
I didn't even think of that guy.
That was pretty good.
Fuck, that's awesome. That's really good. No, but like who, Mike, honest to God, I know it's your fucking team. Who are you kidding? Who the fuck are you kidding?
I know. He's become a puppet GM, unfortunately.
sad.
But I mean,
But do you blame him?
But it's Ken Holland,
Well,
man. It's not
it's
like it's a
Kenny
random
Holland,
guy.
Gab.
Like, that guy
Yeah,
on
but-
tops Detroit. Like,
But it's
man.
the best player in the world, arguably the best player in the world. Give
Without
him
a
what he
doubt.
wants.
Without a doubt. By
Give him what he
fucking
wants because
by
his
miles.
contract's coming up. When his contract comes up, he needs to be happy. Cup or not, if he's not happy, he's gone.
He's
That's it.
gone.
They have to find a goalie.
So
Listen,
I would
I
have
was-
done the same thing.
yeah, I was there.
Fuck.
In March. Was there in March?
Yeah.
And I went to an Oilers game while I was there.
Okay.
And the whole place, it's all McDavid jerseys.
No kidding.
The whole
Well,
Mike,
so
fucking
they're gonna
place.
put
No
They-
shit.
Campbell. They're gonna get a Campbell
So basically, they've got to do whatever they can to keep him happy because if not, they're going to have like Arizona-sized crowds. That's really
kidding.
what it is over there.
In
Yeah.
Edmonton?
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, it was. You could have changed the name to the
I know, Mike, I was
Edmonton
there- I was there-
McDavids.
I was there last
You know
year,
what I mean?
remember?
Like it was crazy.
I
I'm
was
going to
there last
watch
year.
him.
I stayed in
I'm
the-
going to watch him on Monday. He's here.
There
He's
you
there?
go.
Really?
How much are tickets over there?
You don't want to know, man. I want you. I want
$4.
I want you to sleep at night, man.
With 10 hot dogs, included.
$4 with 12 hot dogs.
And-
no,
Anthony
no,
gets in for
no,
free. He
no,
brings his
that's
own.
it. No, Anthony pays triple because
No,
they know
no,
what
but
he's going to do
seriously,
with the
guys.
hot dogs.
Yeah, really. All joking aside, okay? Like, who the fuck are you kidding? Who are you kidding?
But what difference
get
does
it.
it make? Like right now, what they did is they they haven't been doing well, and we all know why. I mean, it's not a secret, right? You got to get a
Obviously.
goalie. But
Obviously. Well, I've been telling Mike.
but
fucking,
so now,
Campbell
are you
can
are
do
you
it.
are you just buying time by doing this in terms of keeping him happy? Maybe that's the case. Are you just buying time and buying his good graces?
I
don't
think they're
know.
just. I think they're just waiting for a goalie to become available.
Yeah, but
I
even if
think
they
that
do,
there
isn't
is.
the-
but they
There is
have
goalies
enough.
available.
They have enough bullets to make a trade
Yeah, I
if they
know.
want.
Well, look, the big rumor was with Boston, that big package for Draisaitl. But I don't know, man. Like,
Pasky, was there
No.
any?
I don't think Draisaitl's ever going to leave that team. It's him and McDavid. It's their team.
Yeah.
Mind
Did
you,
you
he
hear-
gets overshadowed. But I did hear.
well, do
for
you
the Draisaitl
think on
trade.
his own he can carry someone?
I
He
said
has
no.
in the past.
I don't think. Well, he has 1 year.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean,
He won the what's it called trophy there.
won the
Hart
Hart
Trophy.
Trophy.
He won the Hart. Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, but could it have been a fluke?
I
Pasky,
think I
so
heard
if they
a stat-
flip him for let's say the Brusque, you don't think the Brusque is going to do the same thing with
I don't think
McDavid?
Boston. Well, the trade that I saw, if I'm the Bruins, I don't accept.
You don't do it?
They wanted,
big package.
They wanted way too much. Way too
What
much.
was it? What was it?
Poitras.
Poitras.
It was
What?
Poitras, the Brusque,
What-
Allmark.
Swayman.
No, Allmark.
Oh, it was
Allmark?
Allmark.
Yeah.
And a
draft
draft
pick.
pick. It's great.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Come
that's a
on.
lot, man.
Just for
It's-
Draisaitl?
Just for Draisaitl? No fucking
No,
way.
no.
Well,
No,
that was the rumor. That was it.
No way. No,
What-
but
what
aren't you
would
gonna have to
make
take Darnell Nurse? At
Package
like
deal,
9.5. What
package
a
deal.
mush.
Never mind. He'd be a well. He could be a Bruin, man.
Darnell Nurse?
He would fit in.
Yeah, I think they would mess him up in the room and laugh at him so much that he would have no choice.
You guys can.
I think he
have
gets
him
a
if you
free
want.
ride in the like. Imagine
Mind you-
having like Chara walking into that room, even if he doesn't play anymore, just walking in as an alumni.
Like they do here in
straightening him
Montreal.
out.
You know,
Yeah.
all joking aside, they do that here in Montreal all the fucking time.
Yeah.
With your Habs.
Yeah,
Every
what do
day.
they do?
Look what they did to Pierre Turgeon 2 nights ago. Guy played there 2.5 years. They give him the fucking torch. They give him the C. He's God and the whatever. Oh well,
Would have been fun.
Class,
Yeah.
dude, it's class.
it works.
Well, I
man.
don't know
Listen,
about
if it-
class. That's the last word I would use in Montreal. But
Especially with Markov, huh?
Oh well, yeah. That's another one. That's fucked up.
and Camilleri in the middle of the third period.
Oh yeah, get out.
come
You're
on.
traded.
We could name a few.
Yeah.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
you didn't say it was
Listen.
Class C. You just said class, so it could be lack of.
Yeah.
But
even in my day, man, even with what they did to Guy Lafleur, and Guy Lafleur is arguably one of their greatest after Jean Beliveau. I mean, Guy Lafleur is a fucking god here, and what they did to him.
was
Don't worry
horrible.
about it. You're here. You're good. And then they fucking benched him. What a way to,
is that before you ended up in the Rangers over there?
Yeah. Hey, he came back 3 years after.
Yeah.
He had to retire.
He had to retire to get out of the
The
contract,
contract.
and he had to wait out the 3 years. And that's look at what they did to Markov.
That one's the worst one, I think. Well, one of the worst ones.
And he was, man, Markov was so good.
What an underrated fucking player. Oh my
Gave
god.
his soul to the Montreal Canadiens. It's good.
What an underrated hockey player.
Like he could do
What-
it all, but his vision was
Unbelievable.
Unreal.
Yeah, I was saying as for Mike, as an Edmonton fan, who you're willing to part with for a goalie? Because in my opinion, there's plenty of goalies on the market. I mean, Gibson wanted out, Hellebuck wanted out. It's just who do you have to give to get
I
these
think
guys?
RNH.
RNH is the logical choice.
Yeah, Nugent Hopkins is
Right?
the logical choice.
And
is it
like,
enough?
I don't know why it didn't happen yet because we clearly need, like, we're in dire need. So why
For
not?
centerman.
And it's many years we're trying to get Ryan Nugent Hopkins. It's been in the rumor mill for the last 3-4 years.
But
Absolutely.
why do you want him? Because he doesn't feel like a
he's
prototypical.
cheap.
No,
Yeah,
no,
he's
I'm
cheap.
just
But
saying.
he doesn't hit
He's
anybody. He's not a Bruin. That's all I'm saying. I'm not
No.
saying he's not good.
No, he
he's
doesn't
just
suit
not
a
a
Bruin.
Bruin. No.
Nah, he's not.
That's not our MO anymore. Like, you know what? The guys
At
everyone
center
talks about
now.
being a Bruin. Everyone talks about being a Bruin and you have to be physical. Like the game has changed, guys.
Here's-
Whether
here's
you
my
like it or
opinion.
not, the game has changed.
Yeah, but Pastor,
were
here's
talking
my
about that.
opinion
Mike
on
was saying
this:
that
is
before.
that Ryan Nugent Hopkins would have been a great addition to your last year's team the year before, but now that you lost your top two centers, is I don't know that guy will fit the bill, right?
I don't
right.
believe so.
That's probably why they wanted him in the past, in my opinion. Because again, I don't see this guy as a number one or number two on your team. I don't think he's
He's
good enough.
a number 2 in Edmonton.
Yeah, but he's a number two in
Yeah, well-
Edmonton because Mimmo can be a number two in Edmonton.
Because everybody
Put
would
up
be
100
number 2 in
points
Edmonton.
like
Exactly.
But hang on, he was a 100-point player.
He put up
Again,
Where?
in
Yeah, but
Edmonton.
with you guys,
Come
with
on.
you guys, with
Yeah.
Edmonton.
guys, he's still a very good centerman. Good two-way. He knows how to
He does.
score.
He's
He knows how
responsible.
to feed the puck. He's very responsible, and they're hard to find in the NHL, especially
You're right.
a centerman who's
You're right.
responsible.
Well, hey, ask him. You guys were looking for a fucking centerman for 30 years.
I think we
Yeah,
still are.
you still
There you
are.
go.
Well, it's because that kid. It's because that fucking kid.
no
He's
French
always
guy.
hurt.
No French guys.
I mean,
available.
Suzuki's a good center, but he's not top.
listen,
not a
you
top
know
He's
what?
not big. He's not big.
He's not big.
No.
He's not the number one guy. He's not.
No,
You know what?
we're still
They're
missing
doing that
that
whole
piece. But
he's
Koivu
still-
thing again.
Yeah.
My whole. Remember, we were kids, guys. The Koivu thing. Oh, he's good. He's good.
He's
Koivu was a
skilled.
great
Yeah,
hockey
he's
player.
skilled,
He
yeah.
was not a number one. I don't care what anybody says. He was not a number one.
I think Suzuki has a bit of a better top end than Koivu did,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
still, he's not
And
he's not elite.
But
He's
Koivu
not.
had a lot more. I don't know. I think he had a lot more heart than most number one
He
centers.
did.
Dude.
He
So
did.
I was there.
that-
I was there the
that-
day he came back from the cancer
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
I was at the game. Oh my god!
I cried. I'm a Bruins fan, and I cried.
Jeez.
Yeah, because
Oh,
that's
man.
humanity. It has nothing to
Because
do
it's
with teams
humanity.
anymore.
Exactly. Exactly.
He was
Listen.
the first. Sako Koivu was the first NHL player I ever met in person at my
Really?
hockey camp when I was like 8 or 10.
That's
At the
so
hockey
cool,
camp.
Faz.
Were you
And
taller
he
than
came,
him?
And still, you're wearing that fucking cap.
Yeah,
it's
it's
funny,
yeah.
actually.
I have his autograph on my. On
Is
one
that
of my
right?
jerseys
You know,
from that
On
hockey
his Bruins
camp.
sweater.
You know how much I'm
No,
a
not my Bruins,
memorabilia,
Yeah.
memorabilia
Oh,
guy
that's so
and all
cool,
that.
man.
And,
That's so cool.
Koivu was my first jersey.
Wow, even you.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, guys, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Listen, let's get to the last subject that we want to talk about today, and it's a pretty sad one. I was going to start with it, but it looks like we're going to end the show with it. But this whole thing that happened with Adam Johnson out in England. For those of you that don't know, like if you're hockey fans, you're obviously you know. I mean, we all do. The kid lost his life on the ice. Got the skate in the neck. We were talking about the protection. Maybe making it mandatory. Now some leagues are making it mandatory. Another sad thing happened today. Yesterday. Another kid got sliced in the neck. He was a U16 kid, right? And he was wearing the neck protection, and all he got was 10 stitches.
Which is still a lot.
It's still. Imagine being the kid's parents.
Well, they said the neck guard saved his life. So
it saved his life. Well, yeah,
they said it saved
absolutely.
his life.
So we're talking about, so the kid lost his life and whatever, and God bless him, rest in peace wherever he is. And this is the thing that came out a couple days ago. The English police made an arrest, and they actually arrested Matt Petgrave, who's a Canadian, by the way. He's
From Toronto.
He's a Toronto
From
kid.
Toronto,
okay?
yeah.
And they arrested him. Excuse me. This is where we're gonna debate, and we're gonna see. I spoke to Mike off air. He feels one way. I feel another way. Now, first and foremost, did you all see the hit?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't want. Remember, I said even last episode I didn't want to
asked you
look at
if
it.
you saw, you said
and I
you
said
don't
no.
wanna
I
see it.
refused because I actually saw the Clint Malarchuk one.
Yeah.
You don't want to look at that. You don't.
And
You know,
Zednik, same thing.
That's tough.
but Zednik was a little bit less. But the Malarchuk thing. Are you kidding me? Anyway, whatever. Disgusting. I saw it. I had to see it because we were going to discuss it tonight. I'm going to go around the table and see. I'm going to start with you, Yianni.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Looking at it the first time, I told myself it must be an accident. Because anybody that watches hockey and you know how the game goes, shit happens on the ice. Once you watch it a couple of times, you say, "Why is your leg up?"
Going
Didn't
up.
get hit. Like, I don't know. Look, I'm not a specialist in motion and all that, but I don't see a reason why that leg was up.
Pasky.
Look, I mean, as someone who plays hockey and still is in the sport, anything could happen on the ice. I feel bad. What happened? It's going to be very hard to prove his intent. That's for sure. Do I think he did it on purpose? I don't think he wanted to kill him. No. I don't believe that.
No.
Do I think he wanted to kick him in the face? I don't think he wanted to kick him in the face either. If you look, he's actually getting hit by someone, but the way his leg lifted is a bit awkward. It went front instead of back. But if you look, he got hit from the side. So, like, I'm no analyst. I don't know any of this stuff. The only one who really knows is Petgrave.
It's him.
He's
Yeah.
really the only one.
Yeah, what'd you think?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think anybody could debate intent. That's something that
You can't.
You can't.
There's no way.
You can't, But I think he tried to stop him with his leg, just get in
Up
his
there?
way. Right. Well, not
there?
up there.
Here?
I think that no, not up there. I think he tried to literally his intention. I think if the way I see this play going, where his leg comes up, again, you can watch 2,000 other players fall in the direction this guy fell, and not one of them will have the leg where it was.
Exactly.
So that's how you're going to be able to prove potentially manslaughter there, right? Which is no intent.
That-
but you
that's
ended
the
up
charge.
killing.
That's the charge.
Which that's how I would charge him.
That's the charge.
And but probably his intent was just to get in his way because he got deked, right? The guy was going around him, and he just wanted to get in his way somehow. And that's the only part of his body that could actually attempt to stop him. That's what I think the intent was. Did he want to kill him? No. He's probably going to regret this for the rest of his life now. And have we all made mistakes where we regret it more? Yes, but when it ends up in that result, I think that's where. And you know what? I think there's part of the English league that had to do something because
Well, yeah.
there's pressure too, right? Like
You set a precedent too, right? You have to.
100%. But I still don't understand. To this day, I've always, and you probably seen. I mean, I'm laughed at, but I wear a neck guard on the ice. I mean,
You're not laughed at. Why
fuck,
you
I wear a
laugh at
cage
detectives?
too. And how many
Dude,
times
you
I
have
get
a
a
family.
fucking-
You got 2 children at home.
Well, it's not
No,
only
no,
that.
I don't laugh at you when you.
I'm also not a hockey player. Like I play hockey, but I'm not a hockey player. Like
understand.
there's a reason I get hit by pucks in front of the net. I'm not supposed to be there. Like it's so. But that's why.
Or
we're in a
Felice is
cage.
playing that fucking
Oh,
mush.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy. But all
he
that to
just
say
hits us
that
because he has nothing better to do.
I feel bad, but at the same time, I think the kid needs to be responsible for his actions, and
Yeah.
that's an action that shouldn't have happened, and unfortunately, the result was catastrophic.
Yeah, Mike,
Yeah.
tell me.
I'll get to be the devil's advocate.
Go ahead. No. Hey, that's what we're here for. We're here to debate.
No, but to be honest with you, I actually agree with Pashke very much.
Okay.
I actually think that I don't think the intent was there. I don't even think that the lifting of that height was on purpose. It happened. Yeah, it happened. I don't think it was intentional. I think, like he said, he was trying to stop him with his leg. That makes a lot more sense to me.
Okay.
But my concern goes a little further.
Okay.
When you start doing these kind of things,
Like what? What are you talking
prosecutions,
Prosecuting.
like this,
about? Yeah.
it's not just make no mistake, it was very tragic what happened. I'm not making light of
No,
it
no,
whatsoever.
no one's saying
not
that
even
you
a
are.
bit.
No.
You open Pandora's box.
Yeah, where does it end now?
It becomes a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Now every guy's going to be worried when he's hitting.
Can I go hit him?
Can I
Can
go
I do
hit-
this?
Am I
Can I
going to
do
get
that?
charged? What if I hit his head and he gets a concussion?
But
and
is that
goes-
what they
goes in
want?
yeah, but what if he's like, hang on before we get to that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what if I go and I crack a guy's head, and God forbid he goes into a coma.
But you're not supposed to crack a guy's head.
But it
It's
happens
against the
every
rules.
game. It happens every game. It's happening right now. If we put a game on, we'll see
Yes.
it. So, but the point is, what if a guy goes into a coma? What
It's
if?
happened. It's happened.
Guys, it's really weird because you had Matt Cook running around like an animal, right? And how many times could he have killed someone and he didn't? It's just there's a part of it that's just bad luck.
McSorley. Remember McSorley, what he did to
Yeah,
Bashir?
yeah.
Yeah, but I think that's a bit different. The
That's
intent
criminal.
was there.
Its intent was
The-
there.
The intent was there. It's
Yeah,
literally
he
a
said he
two
wanted to
hands
hit him in the
straight
shoulder,
to
and you
head.
actually see his stick hit the shoulder before it hits Bashir's head. You do.
Make
Same
no
thing with
mistake.
Bertuzzi. Intent was there, right?
Yeah. Oh,
Was there.
that. Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So it's like
Absolutely.
That. Yeah. What were we saying, Mike?
But if, like, for instance, if it would have come out that this guy was texting that guy going, "I'm gonna fucking kill you
That's a
on the
different
ice,"
story. Then
Or-
the
or-
premeditation is there.
or
Yes.
if after it happened, if he was bragging in the dressing room, you see what I did to that motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's a different thing altogether. You know what I mean?
I understand.
But in this case, this is to me. I just think. Look, first of all, my grandfather was a judge. Okay,
Yeah, that's
so
right. That's
I grew up
Yeah.
like knowing the law and how this shit works.
Thank God I didn't know the old man.
That's one grandfather. We won't talk about the other.
The other one. The other one I knew. Yeah. The other one I knew.
Anyway,
Yeah,
but
go ahead.
the point is burden of proof is very big.
Yeah.
And you intent, like Pashki said, and even in manslaughter where it's not intent, you still have to prove responsibility and
that you weren't responsible.
right. But I could see maybe criminal negligence. I could see reckless endangerment, things like that. That I could see. But again, you risk opening up a box.
Yes.
And then before you know it, everything's getting
But Mike-
prosecuted. And
okay, so
before you know it, guys aren't hitting anymore.
Here's
and
my
before
question.
you know it, we have figure skaters on the ice. You know what I'm trying
And
to say?
here's my
Like,
question.
fighting is out of
okay?
the NHL.
Wrong with figure
Fighting
skating.
But
is-
here's my question, though. Okay, but if opening the Pandora's box, as you call it, saves lives,
Yeah.
yep, okay.
Kills the
But
game.
let me, okay. But I
Gab, you have children, right? Pashki, you're having a child, right? Now, I'm telling you, starting in youth hockey from now on, the hitting it starts when you're playing midget AAA. So now when they
AAA,
get
yeah.
there, they don't know how to protect themselves. They don't know nothing. I'm going to explain something to you. Okay, I know I'm older than you guys. And Pashki, you can ask your dad. Okay, we used to practice learning how to hit and how to get
Take
hit.
a hit.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Okay? We used to take hours and hours and hours on Sunday mornings and Saturday mornings and learn how to receive a body check. Like jump up so you can get, here or whatever on the shoulder, whatever. Now, what if you open up,
It's
opening that
delicate.
box, it saves a kid's life.
I
Yeah, but
understand
it's,
that.
it's delicate. It's delicate.
Why do you
because-
say that, Gab?
Because look, I'm going to look at it from soccer's perspective because
Okay.
because we also know soccer.
Yes.
But it's going to be clear to you. Like my son is 9 years old. They're not allowed to use their head. You can't make a header. You're not allowed. It's illegal. If you-
Wait a minute.
I knew it. I knew that was coming.
What
Oh,
the
that had
fuck are
to.
you talking about?
Yeah, you're not allowed. Why? Because concussions. So now
Hold on
you're
a
not
second.
allowed-
There you
start
go.
Heading,
You
yeah,
gotta
but
be fucking shit, man.
Told you.
start at 13, buddy. 13 years old. Think about
You're
that.
allowed to use your head at 13.
Think
Told
about
you.
that. Think about that. So
You gotta be-
they're doing
When-
it to all sports. You know why?
is
You know
where it
why?
goes.
Because the issue that we have is some players and some kids want to play competitively, and some kids and some parents' kids want them to play just to have a good time and to stay off the streets, which both are
That's why
legitimate
there's
reasons to
levels.
play.
Both is legit. I agree.
Yes, both legitimate reasons, but there aren't levels. That's the thing. Is at the younger age, there is no. At 5 years old, 6 years old, there is no competition. There is just one, and then you have some kids that are, with their parents that they learn one way, and then other kids that their parents are just there, go have fun and skate around, and then that's how it starts, right? One 6-year-old cracks another 6-year-old's head because that's what he
Yeah.
watches on the NHL, or that's what his father's yelling from the stands.
Pasky, remember what we saw that guy when
It's
we walked
crazy
into the
people.
arena, and I heard that some
Yeah,
parents saying,
yeah.
"Oh, he called his." I'm not going to say the kid's name, but he called out his
Yeah.
son's name, and I couldn't believe what I heard. He's like, and he called his son's name. He says, "So and so, crack his fucking head. Like,
Yeah.
and I look around, I'm like, there's a whole stand full of parents. And can you imagine the parent of the kid that was being told from the first kid to go get his head cracked?
Yeah.
Imagine you're the father of this kid, and you
Don't
just
you
heard another
walk-
parent
don't you
say
walk over there?
to his kid, "Yeah, go." And you know what? Gary called the cops. Remember that?
Yep.
Gary called the
the
cops,
cops.
boys.
He's
Gary
lucky.
called. He's like, no,
That guy's
we're
lucky.
not. Gary called the cops down there, and there was the cops. There was a whole spiel. So I understand what you're saying. I'm just.
Oh, it hurts the players in the long run. Don't get me wrong.
Yes.
I'm with you on that, 100%.
Yes.
Because I don't understand how a kid, unless I practice headers with my son at home, I don't know how he's going to be, at 13, he's all of a sudden he's going to start heading a ball in
Exactly.
from a corner kick. It's
They're going to be
impossible.
scared. They're going to be.
He's
scared
already
to lose the
scared.
ball.
Yeah,
well, there you
so
go.
like
That's
you know, like
insane.
But,
Mike, you're right.
But
This
the
is the
hockey is the
hockey-
same thing.
They're gonna take away, like Paskey said, they're gonna take away hitting from the game.
Yeah,
And this is
already.
the
Hitting everything.
This is the Hockey Canada syndrome I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
the same thing, right? And here's the thing, okay? Like, again, I want to stress that I feel for the kid that died. I'm not trying to be a callous asshole.
We
or
get that.
something.
We get that.
But there's a big, like, the concept of risk. You cannot eliminate all risk from life.
No,
Sometimes, like, when I decide I'm going to go be a professional hockey player, you have to say to yourself, my throat could get slit.
Yeah.
You have to say, I might get my head cut. You
won't go play.
Yeah, but Mike,
It's
You-
not a hockey play. That's the only
No, but
thing.
hang on
Exactly.
a second. Hang on a second. Boxers die in the ring.
yeah, but that you know that's part of it.
No,
The-
but how
yes.
how often does it happen?
Mike, but getting hit in the head is part of that. Getting hit in
My
the head in
point-
hockey, getting a skate in the neck in hockey.
But don't be naive
But
to
it
say it
could happen.
can't happen.
no.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Mike, let me
It's happened
let me
three
give
times
you
in 150 years.
Okay, hold on. So Mike, let me give you a different example. Formula One. All right. If there's two guys, one next to each other, and they're driving, right, and they're trying to just take their lane, and one guy decides that I'm gonna veer right, hit him, and stay in my lane, and that guy goes crashing and dies.
Yeah.
Is that part of the game?
Ask Gilles Villeneuve.
No, because that
that was totally
Villeneuve was
different.
a dog.
No, but
that
you know what I'm
wasn't
trying to
Villeneuve.
say? Like this.
No,
Schumacher did that.
Dying-
Schumacher
dying
did
part
that to
of-
Villeneuve. Yeah, to
Did it
Jean.
to Villeneuve, but it wasn't to the point where he knocked him into like an
No.
explosion of the car.
No,
I'm just saying that.
exactly,
Imagine if Schumacher had done this and Gilles Villeneuve would have died in that crash following this.
The intent is there, exactly.
Come on.
Yeah, but
Like,
Gabby,
this
but Gabby-
the skate has no business being that high.
That's what I
But
said.
we've already established there is no intent.
But intent is, we're not talking about intent.
No,
we
I'm
know that
talking-
it's not intent. We're talking about the manslaughter part. You were saying
Mm-hmm.
that you have to show responsibility, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
so responsibility is that if you watch, if the, let's say I'm an attorney and I'm bringing the last 10 years worth of hockey footage, just the scenes of people falling in that same thing, and every single time the leg goes forward instead of back, all right? Isn't that enough
Yeah.
to say that there was some sort of
Yes.
intent to lift the foot?
A
Not an
smart
intent to
lawyer
kill.
will prove that, Gabby. You're right.
Of course he
Yeah,
will.
you get some fucking lawyer guy.
That's
who's
what
gonna-
I'm doing.
you
Right now.
know,
I'm going down the last 20 years, 30 years, ever since.
I believe you. Look, it's happened 4 or 5
Look-
times
because look at
in the
Zenday.
history of hockey, Mike.
Yeah, but hang on a second. See, and this is a problem today with mob mentality. Okay, there's this rule of law, especially in other countries, because in Canada it's a bit.
Yes.
eh,
Yeah,
you know what I
no
mean?
kidding.
Is
Well, look who we
fucking-
have running it, but whatever, yeah.
No kidding. Is
Fuck
fucking-
Trudeau.
buffoon,
Is that
yeah.
Do we
you're
really know who's
presumed
running it?
Eh?
Do we really
Yeah,
know who's
really.
running it?
yeah,
Yeah, you're saying, Mike? Sorry?
presumed innocent till proven guilty.
Yes,
Correct.
and you're absolutely
Now,
right.
now, the point of the matter is, if you're going to go take a kid, whether he's an asshole or not,
Fair, but
is
that's irrelevant.
irrelevant.
That's right. It's irrelevant.
If you're going to take a kid and throw him in the slammer for even 10, 20 years, ruin his life, whatever, and I realize he killed somebody. I get it. So did Danny Heatley. So did a few other people.
So did Rob Ramage. Yes,
Yeah,
I know.
so-
I know.
so
Hold on,
my-
hold on.
my point
Danny
is-
Heatley, he was going to be
driving.
prosecuted. It's Dan Snyder's parents who refused
parents
to press
said no.
charges.
Yeah,
all right.
I understand.
So-
But my point is that if you're going to go the distance with this thing, you have to prove beyond a reasonable
Yes,
doubt
yes, I know.
that leg absolutely was 100% not
Where it's
having
supposed to be.
like and not just that, is that no outside forces had anything to do with it
Yeah,
whatsoever.
they're never going to be able to prove that.
you
How much
can't.
wanna
How do you
bet?
prove- you can't
Yeah,
prove
you
that.
could. Yeah, you could.
How,
Yeah, you
Gabby?
could.
How?
You can't, yeah.
You could
because
because
there's
because
always
of
a
science.
one time.
Because of science. If your leg, scientifically, if you're hit in a position where you're basically mush, like if that kid was
Yeah.
dead when he flew, when he got hit and he was dead, would his leg have ever gone up that way?
Well,
And the
yeah,
answer,
but you
I
don't
can
know.
guarantee you, is no. I can guarantee it. It's no.
Okay, so did you watch the play properly?
Yeah,
Yes.
100%.
He hit
Over
the other guy. He hit the other
hit
guy.
from his left. No,
Yeah.
he got hit from his left.
Whatever,
Got
yeah,
hit
like it
from-
was. He got the
from
collision
Adam
with the other guy.
Johnson's
Is what I'm
player.
trying to
That's
say.
right.
Yes,
And he
yeah.
got hit from his left, and he's going backwards. So I
And the
mean,
leg swung.
the leg
it's
went
swung.
up.
But
So I mean,
I know, but the guy's
it's
he's
a
not
natural
jet.
reaction, but anything could happen. There could be that one outlier that could have. I agree with Mike 100%. I mean, you know what?
Yeah, you guys see it the same way. I
But
I
look,
get it.
at the
Okay, you
same
can both be
time,
wrong. It happens.
you know,
I'm
yeah.
kidding. I'm
What
kidding.
were you
But-
saying?
but
Ian?
at the
Sorry?
I'm not. Maybe I'm not the good example because I didn't play hockey growing up.
Doesn't matter.
right?
You understand it. It's
But your
fine.
first rule in hockey is watch where your stick is and where your skates are. Am I wrong?
So you're
That's pretty
responsible
much
for
the,
your-
the first
your-
rule of life. You have to.
Right.
You're
So
responsible
when
for
you
your,
go-
your
Yeah.
being.
When you go drive a car,
Yeah.
there's a rule book,
Yes.
right? And when you're playing hockey,
There's a rule book.
there's a rule book.
Absolutely.
So it's kind of like
an
going to
accident
drink
is an
and
accident.
drive.
But accidents happen. I agree with Pascal on this. But
Yes.
accidents happen.
Accident is an accident.
Look,
I mean,
But the
look,
thing is,
It could happen. I agree with you.
if two
Mike
cars
was
collide,
saying-
that's an accident, right? But if
Yeah.
I went to collide with a car, that accident could have
sure.
been avoided. I'm gonna I give you guys a shot at telling you what you saw. I'm gonna tell you what I saw. Okay, I saw it twice, and then I stopped. I just couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, it's hard.
When I saw the kid get hit with the hit because he collided with the other player, I'm like, okay. But then when I saw the leg go this way, and that I'm like, why is his leg up there?
Exactly.
Why is his fucking leg up there? Gabby, again, I'm going to give you a soccer example, okay? Now, when we play soccer and the ball is at the height of your knees and we go down with a head, right, to head it, right? And you get kicked in the head, there's no foul.
Correct.
Because your head is not supposed to be there, correct?
Exactly. Yep.
All right. When it's the complete opposite and I'm going to hit a ball this way and I get your foot in
foot.
my mouth, right?
Yellow card.
There's the call, you get a red card and you're out of here. You see what I'm saying? It's not
it's not the
supposed to
same
be
for
there.
hockey.
I'm sorry,
It's not the same for
guys.
hockey. How many times does it happen? Puck is on the guy's on the floor. Puck is there. Someone throws their stick and hits him in the face. It's a penalty.
Yeah.
Like
Because
Yanni
you're
said,
responsible. Okay, but I think you're proving my
responsible.
point, Pasky.
Exactly.
But
You
wait.
are proving this point.
I think
But
you're proving
wait,
my
like-
point, bro.
Like Mike said, playing hockey, you're getting paid. It's a job. There comes with risk.
You know, you
The
assume the
risk-
risks. Yes.
You guys
assume
are
the
always
risk,
going back
but
to
the
the
risk-
risk on money. You can't.
No,
It's-
but Gab, when for example, I work. When I go to work in construction, I'm working with tools. There's always a risk that I could get a blade in the eye or something could happen to
Yeah.
me. But I assume that.
I know,
risk.
but if
No,
I'm
not
coming with a
saying-
blade as your coworker and I'm like drilling next to your ear,
Okay.
okay, well then what? That's just part of the job.
But if you're with the blade next to me and it pops and it hits me in the neck and it cuts me and it kills me, it's your fault.
It is. Actually, should
not
it be
your
there? You
fault.
tell. You tell me.
It's not your fault. It's an
No.
accident. It's an accident.
No, if hold on, but it depends what I'm doing. But if I'm coming with a knife and I just end up stabbing you,
That's
there's
intense.
tools.
He-
But that's what I'm saying. Well,
But that's not what
He
happened.
didn't.
That's
he
not what
didn't
happened,
go there
exactly.
and cut his neck.
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
no, but I'm trying to explain the
So-
risk factor, the risk for your job. Your risk for your job. It's like saying you're going ziplining.
Yeah.
Like if that rope just gets cut in half, it's different than if it just
If it breaks,
loosens,
yeah.
Somebody
right? It breaks,
fucking-
right?
yeah,
There's
exactly,
a difference
exactly.
between a slice. It's like
But now, the
slicing
way he
someone's
fell-
brakes, but your brake's not working, right? If it's a leak, it's one thing, but if the wire's cut, it's another.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
the
but
wire's
now
cut
the way he
intentionally.
fell,
That's
the way he
yeah,
fell
then-
was not done intentionally, right? You can't. It's going to be hard to prove again that he lifted
Yeah.
his leg. So the
I
way
agree
he
with
fell
that,
is an
Pasky.
accident. It's an
I
I
accident.
think
agree with
science
you and
can
Mike
prove
on
it.
that.
I think
I
science
agree
can
with
prove
that.
it.
That it's going to be fucking hard. I mean, how do you prove it?
It'd be very
the,
hard, yeah.
The other thing, first of all, the guy's not Jet Li.
Yeah,
all right?
he's not fucking.
Like
yeah,
he's not
exactly.
sitting there and fucking like
Thank
I'm gonna
God.
fucking
Yeah.
spin
Fucking
and I'm gonna
Jean-Claude Van Damme
like that
sister, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean? All on the fly on a play on the ice. Like, come on, like let's be realistic
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
All right.
So-
The
Now,
intent was
but-
to stop him, was to get in his way somehow. I agree with
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I think
but I
Pasky,
think so too.
you described it perfectly, Pasky, when you said that.
and it's also I mean. I'm sure that kid is sitting there at home, even if he's a dick.
Doesn't
he's
matter.
Sitting
That's-
at
yeah,
home. No, but
because
he's
his
sitting at
coach-
home and he's like, "My life is over. What the fuck
dude.
happened?" You know
One
what
of
I
his
mean?
coaches fucking released a thing on Twitter, which I find
Yeah,
a little
you
bit
see that?
stupid. Or he was a little bit of a prick, and I wanted him off my team, and he always went out to injure people. Dude, do you really fucking need that?
I have it
Really?
here.
Can you read it,
He
Pasky?
said-
Yeah, read it.
Yeah, he said, I coached Matt for a very short stint. I wanted to get rid of him immediately. I had a very negative impression of him. He had no respect for himself or his opponent. He used to get into a bit of a mess. He's a very dirty player. If there's a player I'm willing to believe who could use a skate to stop an opponent, I believe Matt Petgrave could do it. He's an extremely reckless
that's
player.
pretty fucked
That's what he
up.
said. So I think
Excuse
that
me.
doesn't help his case. The fact
It
that
doesn't.
this kid has been
course not.
suspended, he's had the most penalty minutes. That is why
That's full of
this whole
shit,
thing
man.
started.
Why would
I
you
believe.
fucking do that?
Yeah, but here's the question, right? This starts to become like those like those rape allegations, and then it's
Yeah.
like everyone jumps on the bandwagon at the last minute. Oh yeah, it also happened to me. Oh yeah, me too.
Well, yeah,
yeah,
okay.
and then so I feel like
And
the
then
guy's
they all
just
take
trying.
money and
The
shut
guy's
up,
just
yeah.
trying to get headlines. You know what I mean? Like the point is, the guy could be the biggest asshole in the world,
Doesn't
and I'll
matter.
tell you what: if it comes out that, let's say, after the play, he went in the dressing room and started bragging about what he did.
I don't think he did that.
Then
Yeah,
you know
he
what?
deserves-
Throw the
Even if he
kid in
did,
jail
he was
right
talking
away.
about it,
Do
yeah,
it.
Even if he
Do it.
did, that'll never come out. Even if he
that'll
did.
never come out.
But the way it is, it's so hard to prove.
Yeah.
And if it does happen, watch out. Because the next
then-
thing you
then-
know,
then there's no stopping
then it's
it.
open season on prosecutions. Because you want to talk you want to talk about how like certain things in life we can't do. We have to be responsible, like you said, in life and all this stuff. Well, in life, I can't get in a fist fight on the street.
No.
I can't get in a fist fight in a bar. I can't get in a fist fight anywhere, but I can on the ice.
Yeah.
So that's an example where the law differs. And yet it's a physical sport, but it's not a combat sport.
No.
It's not the UFC.
No, you're
It's
right.
not boxing.
You're
It's
right.
not run
not
by
controlled.
by a boxing federation.
Yeah.
There's no, you know what I mean? So at the same, if you're going to allow fighting and make it an exception to the law outside, because
Yeah.
if we did what Arbor Jacki did to Corey Perry, I get charged with assault and battery.
Yeah.
And that's the truth.
No, you're right. You're right.
So
Yeah.
So I guess, guys, the moral of the fucking story is, if you have a good lawyer,
yeah.
Yeah, you can get away with
he's
it.
gonna make a killing off of you. No, listen.
He better
but-
he better have a good lawyer.
Yeah, he better. Yeah, because like you were saying, Gabby, before, and I know we were just if you get somebody smart enough to swindle with this shit, you can prove it.
You gotta
Prove
plant the seed in the jury's head,
and
and
then the
then
jury's
you
just
gotta
gonna look at it and say,
yeah.
you know what?
Another
Yeah.
thing too is British law. How does that work? We're
like-
basing it on North American.
All I know-
No,
All
British
I
law.
love the Beatles.
British law is like Canadian law. They're based on the common.
Criminal,
the
yeah,
common
that's
Yeah,
same
it's
criminal
the
law.
same
That's
thing.
true.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Anyway,
Yianni,
boys.
did you know? Oh,
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
No,
ahead.
did you know he plays for Laval Rockets?
Yes,
I knew
yes,
that.
yeah. He told,
I was talking about it before
Yeah,
the
yeah,
episode.
that's fucked
But
up.
I mean, he had like I think 12 games played or something.
Yeah, and he got
He had
suspended.
a little stint.
There
Oh, he
you
got
go.
suspended too.
I'm
see?
saying his
Yeah.
history is not going to help his case.
No, it
That's
won't.
for
No.
It
sure.
won't.
I think-
Unfortunately, it's going to be looked at, and it won't help.
It
his
has
case.
to be
That's
looked
gonna
at.
be
That's
the
how you
deciding
establish
factor.
motive.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the deciding factor more than anything. The fact that his ex-coach, is already talking shit about him.
Why would you fucking do that? What an idiot!
Mimmo, maybe it's true, but you know what?
Yeah, but
honestly,
shut your fucking mouth. It's got nothing to do with you. Shut up.
I looked at his stats. Okay, I looked
Yeah.
at his stats just to
I
check
know.
him up.
I know.
He has a lot of penalty minutes.
I know.
A lot of penalty minutes,
I checked
but
it out.
very few suspensions. So what does that say to you? It says he's
He's
an
rough.
aggressive player.
He's
He's
tough.
rough.
Tough.
And but he doesn't cross the line many times. It's happened slew
Many
footing. I
times,
think he
yeah.
got suspended, and one time he got suspended twice. Slew footing
The
with
Rockets.
the
Yeah,
Rockets.
but the third
and
time
one
he killed someone, you know.
and one time was abuse to an official. So
I mean, that's of all the
No, wait,
things.
Yeah, well,
man.
That's a whole other
I have to
story.
leave the room on that one. So
Yeah.
wait,
Yeah.
exactly. I was gonna say the same
Yeah.
thing. Like, how many times did I get into it
Yeah,
with refs
please.
and the other team?
I was a big idiot when
had
I
Yeah,
did
nothing
but
to
yeah,
do
but
with it.
getting into it, you didn't punch a ref or hit a ref. That's
He
not.
punched a nun instead.
shut up,
I've
Yanni.
hit a ref. I've hit a
He's
ref.
talking
Licked
about
one like
Plasky.
Marchand.
That's fucked up.
Oh, you guys are a bunch of donkeys. Then.
Anyway, guys, listen.
I'm gonna hang with Mike and the judge over there in the corner.
Listen, boys. The clock on the wall says it's time to go, man. I just want to say thank you so fucking much. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you,
Hope you
guys,
guys had a
man.
good time. I think we're
did.
gonna do this again if it's okay with you guys.
Yeah, man.
Of course.
Look, I keep repeating myself. We're just a bunch of guys that just love the game and we like to
Yeah.
talk and shoot the shit and that's what. And you know what? The comments that we're getting and the compliments that we're getting is exactly that. Or you guys, it sounds like we're right there at the table with you. Fucking A, perfect. That's all I
Yeah.
wanted. That's all I want,
Honestly,
guys.
it's-
Honest to God.
I was so
Thank
excited
you so
to
much.
come here. It's amazing.
Really?
I
That's
listen
great.
all the
Of course,
time,
man.
I
like,
promise you we're gonna do it again. I promise you we're gonna do it again.
there.
Okay.
Go shoot a
I'm
show.
there
Go ask
100%.
Mark. Shoot a show from over there at the center.
Hey, why not? Why not? Yeah, we can.
That'd be
Hey,
fun.
look, Gabby's right around the corner. Like he's 8 minutes from me, so I
Hey,
can
you
really
know,
do that.
we're looking for sponsors, huh? If you're interested.
we could actually go do it there. We'll actually go do
So,
it there.
so are we. We can
Yeah,
we can
exactly.
just barter sponsorship.
Guys,
Collaboration.
thank you so much for being here.
Thank you,
and
thank you.
And we're gonna do it again real soon. I promise you. All right, Gab, take care of
Thanks,
yourself, brother.
guys.
Say hi to everybody.
We'll
Pass.
do. Take
love you
care.
guys. We'll
Bye,
talk to
guys.
you later.
Love you
Okay.
guys.
Cheers,
Ciao.
guys.
guys.
Have a good one.
Take care.